lap. See what happened. Racing alongside Reddick.
Cameron Haley on the outside. Ooh, just gave Spencer Gallagher a shot in the back end.
Looked like Gallagher tried to cover the spot that Haley was committed to. You can see Haley's trying to get to the outside.
Watch the back of this truck. He gets air underneath it.
Remember, this is already the backup truck for the 23. They had to go to the backup in practice.
Speaking of the backup, wow, back of that truck up in the air.
You see the roof flap bouncing, but not coming up.
Elliott's with me now, and I'm sure you've heard the story since yesterday of one of the most dramatic incidents of the 2000 season to date. In turn one, yesterday afternoon, half hour left in the final practice. You're riding with Elliott Sadler. There's the tire blowing. There's the first time over, second, third. How many times did you go over, Elliott?
I think we ended up 12 times before it was all said and done. It's definitely the scariest time of my life, but I tell you what, the Wood brothers built me a great race car as far as being safe. NASCAR did a great job on the specs, and I'm just happy to be here with you fine people today.
13 of Jennifer Jo Cobb. Looks like she has blown up as she is smoking down the front straightaway. They are still green on the racetrack as she is pulled to the apron. She's got damage to the front end as well. Keep eyes on it, but the caution is now coming out. So it'll be everyone getting out of the throttle, and we'll start it all over again.
Up about 12 rows back. Yeah, you can see that whole accordion effect.
Oh, yeah, right there. She was 27th at the time, and as you can see, the smoke was pouring out of that car.
The track is almost, it's on signal. The sun is out of the way, and this will be a break for everyone.
All right, here we go, and we have a green flag. Watch car number 5, Neil Bonnet, the pole sitter, as he takes the lead. Oops, he slows down, and now Cale Yarborough has the lead. Penny Parsons cuts inside as to a number of other cars, and I do believe that Neil Bonnet has got a major problem there. As you can see him in the middle of the pack, slowed way down. And there goes Cale Yarborough, chased by A.J. Foyt, Donnie Allison, and as they...
And now, race fans, for the most famous words in motorsports, the star of Universal Pictures movie, I now pronounce you Chuck and Larry, Kevin James.
I just got 3 things to say. God bless our troops, God bless America, and gentlemen, start your engine!
If you ever get the chance to give the command, that's the lesson you should follow. Kevin James with those famous words.
Away from the doorway there. Of course, the doors are welded up in these cars. There's no windows in them, and they have a net there that they're trying to disconnect right now to stop a driver from being injured in the case of a rollover. The yellow flag being shown to the rest of the field, and they'll all be coming into the pits.
It's hard to speculate on what happened, but the leader, Donnie Allison, is into the wall, and he's out of the car. Here he's coming back. I'm sure he is not very happy. Boy, he's got smoke coming out of his ears. Well, we've had 3 caution flags, 2 of them caused by Donnie.
They've added a lap, and I'm pretty sure it's because the King won't come off the track. Richard Petty has stayed out on the track again, and I think it was an honorary position, but I think he's taking this seriously now. He wants to stay out there and run with these guys.
Rick, you going to tell him to come off?
I'm not going to tell him to come off.
I didn't think so. It's good to be the King.
It's good to be the King.
Oh, you gave black flag to 43?
The King is having fun. And, yep, sure enough, they did. They gave the King the black flag.
Oh, my goodness, we got some damage here with a 14 car.
Well, that's not baking powder we see puffing out of the back of that car. He's got heavy damage, and Kyle Krisiloff was supposedly going to be the lucky dog award winner during this caution flag. But he wasn't very lucky at all.
Let's take a look what happened here, because he's a lucky dog. He looked like he's flying. Oh, he's flying back up to the front. And that is something you really got to be careful with. The 33 car, Tony Raines, is warming his tires up. and the spotter always needs to tell the guys, here comes the car a lap down to get it back. As a driver, I always wondered if I was going to run into somebody on the outside trying to get that lap back. You got to.
A few laps ago, something that we've seen before, but we rarely see, and probably a good thing, when Kevin Harvick had something flash before his eyes. Literally.
What was that?
Almost hit a cat. Cat just ran right in front of me. They said they had one in the infield.
Oh, I thought I'd seen it all.
Oh, look at Kyle Busch out there.
Yeah, he is all over the track.
I mean, what has gotten into him today?
Oh, that cannot be good.
Oh, unbelievable.
Whoa, look out.
Wait a minute. Is Kyle in reverse?
Yeah, you don't see that every day. Okay, that is bad, man. Bad driving.
Oh, this is not like Kyle at all.
Are we winning?
I thought you were looking.
M&M's makes race day more fun.
What is Kyle thinking?
Last lap, the 6 car was getting into me a lot, and I didn't want to wreck him. It just, I had to stay on the track, and he didn't give me any room. It just, you know, we both collided. That's the only thing I feel bad about. I'm more upset with Greg Biffle. He's the most unprofessional little scaredy cat I've ever seen in my life. He wouldn't even fight me like a man after. So if someone texts me his address, I'll go see him Wednesday at his house and show him what he really needs. He needs a friggin' whooping. And I'm going to give it to him. He was flipping me off, giving the finger, totally unprofessional. 2 laps down. I mean, he's a chump. I went over there to go talk to him. He wouldn't even let me get out of the car, and he comes over and throws a few little baby punches, and then when I get out, he runs away and hides behind some big guys. But he won't hide from me long. I'll find him. I won't settle it out in the track. It's not right to wreck cars, but he'll show up at a race with a black eye one of these days. I'll see him somewhere.
Hornish and the 51 of Kurt Busch.
Kurt Busch's car, he's got his front of his deck lid standing straight up. It looks like a big old huge spoiler on the back of it. Yeah, he ran like 10 laps like that. Think that thing's making some downforce? Should be.
Wow. So Kurt tried to go low under Hornish, slid up, wasn't quite clear. They made contact. He caught the wall. Then this, Hornish got the nip on the bumper.
And David Reagan into him, trying to go to the outside of him, but wasn't able to make that happen.
Starting to like this with the fans, a little banter you have going back and forth, do you?
Oh man, it's everybody likes a winner, right? So it's can't thank this whole FedEx team enough. Just, you know, they really kicked ass this whole first round. It's just amazing how good our team has been. Just so happy about the way we're running, and man, can't wait to keep going.
You've made many championship 4 runs, Denny. Is something different with the 11 team this year, though?
It's our year. I just feel like we've got it all put together. We got the speed, every single type of racetrack, and, you know, nothing to stop us at this point.
So are these fans motivation for you? There's a lot of boos out there.
Hey, I beat your favorite driver.
And who would that be?
All of them.
Jerry, it's very interesting coming to the start-finish line the last time, though. I know you and the 07 were sort of interested in whether or not the 16 might be the victor.
Yeah, he was clearly out of gas. I feel terrible for Greg. He's been working so hard to win a race and is up there in position to win it. But if you don't maintain pace car speed, you don't hold your position. And it was clear to everyone that he couldn't do it. If he could have, he would have stayed on the bumper of the pace car to the finish line. So, in my opinion, where he coasted across the finish line relative to the other cars that can maintain pit road speed is where he should finish.
What are your thoughts right now?
I don't know what to think. You know, I mean, I thought you at least had to finish on your own power across the finish line. You know, I don't know if we were supposed to wait on him or what we were supposed to.
The dream come true for the race fans of Kansas City. NASCAR is in your town. We're set for the green flag and the inaugural Winston Cup event at the Kansas Speedway. Trouble, turn 1. Casey Atwood spins.
Ricky Craven has spun.
Andretti damaged. Yellow-nosed car. Benny, you talked about it at the very beginning of our pre-race show. The race was going to be the race to get to the bottom in turn 1 on lap 1.
We had mentioned when they were on pit road and they were working on the car, you can't have more than 6 members of the pit crew over the wall. We actually counted it. We saw there were 7. NASCAR has also looked at it. They said that's too many men over the wall.
And the problem with too many men over the wall is during the course of the race, if it happens on a normal pit stop, you just go to the tail end. But when you are on the 5-minute clock, when you are part of the damaged vehicle policy, which the 20 of Matt Kenseth was absolutely on, he was in the accident, that these 7 men right here, that is basically you are done in the event. You have failed the damaged vehicle policy. The 20, no matter the amount of damage, cannot continue. They will go